anything. It's basically me. Yeah, at this point, we all know what to expect. And that, I mean, at this point, anything other than the setup should already be. Mm, yes, technically, I mean, yeah. Mm. Mm. Oh shit. Mm. Shit. Ah man. I should have just waited for that pullback. I just waited for that pullback. Damn, dude, that's crazy. Dang, I still would have missed that damn thing. Still would have missed it. I mean, it's close enough. I mean, it worked. How many points was that? 35. Mm. I mean, it worked. So I mean, mm. 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 wonder what the point that was. What was the point of that? Mm, Not the trades though. Uh, like once you seem like you got it, then you don't got it. I'm just gonna keep it simple though. Like every new restart that shit every new session. Hey, what's up, Ustan? You said you wonder how the opening 15-minute candle will close tomorrow. You talk about in the Nasdaq. I think that we see a full retracement down. Hey, yo, what's up, James? I was just looking at gold, but I trade Nasdaq and gold futures. I don't look at stocks, and the stock market is not open right now, so these are futures, which are open 23 hours a day. But I do think that Ustani, we get a pullback. We failed to get it above this high. They broke below 445, which was a key level for the bulls to get above. We got a break below that. We could see maybe a run back up to 445, 450 maybe. But I think we see a pullback. The market has just been all last week it was super bullish for no reason. We just had news event after news event after news event, and the market had just continued to move to the upside with no pullback. I think we see a correction. I think we see a gap fill, or at least an attempt of a gap fill. At least we see the market make an attempt to fill this gap right here. So we'll see. I think all market participants will be looking to fill that gap sometime next week. I believe we got PCE this week, I think. Let me actually look at that. Oh, I absolutely hate the lazy loading on FX streets, but I just like the layout. Uh, yeah, we got a lot of Fed speakers tomorrow. Got a lot of Fed speakers talking tomorrow. We got a lot of Fed speakers speaking on Tuesday, so I guess this week is Fed week. We have a lot of Fed speakers scheduled to speak this week. Hmm. We got global manufacturing PMI for on Thursday. I mean, so we basically got a regular schedule this week, and no, we don't have any PCE this week. That was my mistake. At least it's not on this calendar. We just have a lot of Fed speakers. We got Fed Crash Kari speaking at 5:30 tomorrow, so be prepared for that. Yeah. Yeah, so we have absolutely nothing to worry about tomorrow or this week. But I do think that we'll probably see a big correction. And I think the market is ready for the correction now. So tomorrow, I'll depending on what happens during the overnight, I'll probably more bearish than bullish. But we're just gonna have to see. Mm. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised by that, honestly. I shouldn't be surprised by that. 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 Yeah, that would just be. You say the blue dot indicator. Are you talking about? Yeah, these are swings. If you're referring to this indicator right here, this points out, I guess, what you would call major swings. Yeah, from this area, we got this big move down, and price retesting, retesting that swing. We're seeing a mild rejection from this area. I mean, hmm, I kind of figured that the bulls are kind of try to run the liquidity above this high, maybe tap this little swing right there, but because this is the overall drop, pivot, drop, pullback. Hmm. Oh, the orange dots are so the orange. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I have a few orange dots. Uh, this is a value area. This is the value area low, and that's the value area high. So this is the value area low. This is the value area low, and this is the, and that's the value area high right there. This is a swing low right here, just in case if this is what you're talking about. Well, you did say this, but that's the swing low. So I'll be looking to see if price breaks this this low right here. I'm really gonna have to pay attention to. I'm really gonna have to pay attention to this. I'm definitely gonna have to pay attention to this because. Hmm. So it looks like if somebody was hoping for a double top rejection right here, this high missed this high by one tick. It missed it by one tick. So if someone had a limit to retest this high, they missed this move by one tick. I was considering shorting here, but mm, yeah, man, just keep the strategy simple now. Just keep the strategy simple. Oh shit! I mean, it would have. I don't think it would have worked. We got the rejection, but then they kind of did that. So, mm. Damn, dude, missed that shit. Damn, damn. Mm. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. I mean, I doubt it though, but yeah, like I said, just keep that shit simple. Yeah, what's up, Trader Goldie? Mm. Gold, you broke my heart with that one. Mm. All right, so I mean, overall direction right now on the Nasdaq is super bearish. Mm. I mean, that shit did nothing. You said the swing indicator. Um, it looks basically the same. It's basically so. If you have Ninja Trader 8, there's a indicator right here. Swing right there on Ninja Trader 8, and this is what I'm just using. I'm using uh, the basic settings. I haven't did anything with it. I've been playing around with it this weekend as well. Uh, I think 20 is probably. I mean, honestly, I really don't know what the strength really means, honestly. But from what I can tell, 20 it does what it needs to do. And it's easier to see the trend as well. It makes it easier. Makes it easier to see, at least for me, the higher lows and the higher highs. To lets me know that we're trending. And once we got a break of that low, it actually came back up and retested this low. As crazy as that. Mm. The purple line indicator, the purple one. Or are you talking about? You talking about this? So I just have my value area highs and low. They're just different on. Just kind of, it's like a color thing that lets me know which instrument I'm on. This purple line is just a line. If this is what you're referring to, it's just a line. Actually, I can just delete this. We don't even need it anymore. But if you're talking about this, these are just my value area high and low on the Nasdaq. You can see it's purple, and on gold, it's orange. Just to let me know which instrument I'm on. Looks like I got tagged in on gold. Perfect entry. Look at that. Actually, hold on. Did I take this trade? Ah, no, I didn't. Ah, damn it. Ah, damn. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Forgot to take the trade. Forgot to take the trade. Well, yeah, that would be 6.3. So it's like 6.9. Oh yeah, that it wasn't an indicator. It was just a line. I use these purple lines right here, just so I can see the trend. Just a microstructure. If I was kind of paying attention, well, I was paying attention to it. It's just that I did not want to get into this. So, because honestly, I really don't know what gold is trying to do tonight. I really don't. Uh, I really don't know what gold is trying to do tonight. I don't know why I got this on. And honestly, I might just actually have, instead of it being an hourly chart, maybe I should, because the hourly chart doesn't really give out a lot of information. Look at the 15-minute chart on gold. Maybe a 30-minute. Because obviously we got a retest of this area, so it wants to come out, but we got this gap open. Maybe it wants to come back and fill this gap. Hmm. Maybe it wants to come back and fill the gap. Hmm. Yeah, so far so good. So far so good. So I've been doing a lot of back testing this week, Ken, on gold and on the Nasdaq. If gain weight is in the audience right now, and I'll probably talk about this again tomorrow morning for those that are going to join me in the morning. But man, there's a reason why why they tell you that patience pays. Instead of chasing the market as it's going in one direction, instead of chasing it, the money is made on the retest. I took this trade for the retest. I figured that I was going to sweep the liquidity around here. I figured, but then there's like a little range right here. Instead of chasing gold, waiting for the pullback, obviously is the easier trade. Obviously. And if we kind of go back on the Nasdaq, and damn, I wish I took that trade in my other account, man. If we go back on the Nasdaq, because I was looking at this on the Nasdaq, and I was like, man, instead of chasing the Nasdaq, if you just wait for the pullback, which I mean, you know, is going to come eventually. You know, it's going to come eventually. It's just you just hope that, but when the time it comes back, you can be a part of it. Man, if you literally waited for this pullback, you got, and this was like on Friday at 9:45. instead of fighting it on the way up and hoping and praying that it pumps. Man, you got this test, and from this entry, let's just say that at the top of this range, you got it at the top of this range at 335, and you had one contract and you held it all day to the rest of the day. Well, obviously, if you held it too long, that should drop. But man, that was a 200 easy point play. I mean, yeah, you had a little bit of grinding, but price never came back down to your entry. Didn't even come close to it versus trying to fight it and hoping to get your targets hit. And for that short, you saw that breaker structure. I mean, shit, if you saw this right here and it came back, you got a double top rejection. You caught that. You saw that it was a lot of resistance right there. You came back, just waited for the retest of this high, and you caught this drop right here. Instead of just trying to fight it, just waiting for the confirmation. It's like, man, shit, even right here. I mean, obviously you have to wait until like the next session to catch this, but you got this big rejection down. Price came back and retested this area, and this was an easy trade. It was an easy trade short. Damn, look at that. Damn, look at that on gold. Damn. And shit, all I did was waited for the freaking retest and got this easy ass gold trade right here. Just waited for the freaking retest. Saw an area that price could come back to, placed my limit and just waited and trusted in the structure. And it worked out. And I will be very honest about how I feel and what's going through my mind right now. It's a cognitive dissonance for me to have to wait. The only instrument that for whatever reason I've already accepted that I'm going to have to wait is on the ES. And that's probably why I don't want to trade it. But if I trade the ES, I'm super patient. But for whatever reason, when it comes to Nasdaq, I'm not patient. Or I don't, let me rephrase that. I prefer to chase the Nasdaq. On gold, I'm patient on gold, but it's kind of a mix between the ES and the Nasdaq. The easier trades are obviously waiting for it, but as y'all guys seen, I'll trade gold like I'll trade the Nasdaq sometimes. All right, so this was a short. I don't know if this short is going to work. I really don't know if this short is going to work based on what's happened so far. Originally, I set a short limit to catch this drop. So I don't know if I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna see what happens. This week, on Wednesday, I will activate my PA account for Apex. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll see if this short works out. But yeah, so before I get into my Apex accounts, because I really want to make sure that I have how I want to trade down pat. I want to focus mostly on gold. Nasdaq does too much pulling back. And I prefer not to deal with that. So I'll be focusing on gold in my PA accounts. One of the main reasons why I'm focusing on gold is because with a combination of this over exaggerated stop, I mean, this is a over exaggerated stop, and this will only be a $700, $800 loss if I'm wrong, and I can always reduce this. So I like the fact that I can reduce my stop if need be. I don't have to take on the full loss. And I also like the fact that gold trades structurally, meaning that, I mean, shit, if it's not going to reject at a high, then 9 times out of 10, I should reduce my risk. But I like having this much risk so I can just manage the trade and see what happens. But I'm not going to be chasing the NASDAQ, or I'm not going to be chasing gold. I'm going to try to instill, or I will instill that habit. Because I'm tired of, at this point, I'm kind of tired of, I have no interest in gambling anymore. Now my interest is now moving towards actually growing and building the account through strategic trades, risk management, all that stuff. Now my mind is being geared towards that. And I'm more interested in doing things like that now. So we'll see. Probably. Hmm. 72. Z says, thanks. Gold wants to fill the gap lower and then fill last week's gap higher. Yeah. I'm just going to activate one. I'm going to activate one. But then I have to activate the other one before it rebuilds at on the first. So I have to activate that one too. Man, this guy Smith, he should have just hopped in the chat. Should have just hopped in the chat. Actually, yeah, you know. Hmm. Hey, yo, what's up, Luke? Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, honestly, man, I gotta like I like my main focus is to take advantage of Apex. That's my main focus. I've been reading a lot of. Actually, I read this book. Actually, I'm not done with it yet. I highly recommend it. I'm not like I said. Well, there is a book, a bigger book called Think Fast and Slow. I believe a lot of people probably take a lot from this book and simplify it because the Think Fast and Slow is a very long and drier book. Uh, but if you want to understand what's going on in your mind when you're behind your desk and you're trading, this is the big book. This is the big boy book right here. This is the one that you want to listen to if it's because it's 20 hours. But a shorter book that I was listening to is this one. Uh, this author's pretty. I'm starting to run into a lot of authors that writes a lot of self help books to get you to understand what's going on in your internal world, so you can better express yourself in the external. And this guy right here, I've listened to a couple of his books, and they've been enlightening. I will say that. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's not this. Actually, this is the next one that I'm going to listen to. The Science of Intelligent Decision Making. I will be listening to this one, but this is the one that's the smaller version of the Think Fast and Slow. They're basically talking about the same thing, but this is in a obviously more digestible, eatable, consumable format versus the bigger one. But like I said, I'm not done with this one yet. But so far, I can definitely relate to what's this author is speaking about. How internally the emotional and logical mind are in constant war with each other, constant. But obviously, the emotional mind hijacks, and we all know that emotional decision making is very destructive. Emotional decision making leads to one country bombing another one. And after everything is said and done, and we go look back and we ask the question, well, why did you bomb this country? Because we had to. They dishonored us. They disrespected us. So we felt the need to defend our honor. So we blew up half of their country because of that. Just emotional decision making versus logically sitting down and letting democracy. But anyway, like I said, I think this is a good book. Um, okay. So we'll see if I may have made a mistake here. Hmm. All right. So 32, 27. So about 4 points. Just about. Smith said, which one did you read, Luke? Are you talking about build a better brain, or did you read Think Fast and Slow? Yeah, I mean, dude, that is so true. And that's why I was like, you know what, man? Well, after I had that big tilt week, and honestly, when I think back on that week, I really don't know what set me off. All I know is that, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember. The market was moving 10 million points a day, and for whatever reason, because I mean I already told you this, but every time I took a payout from Blue Sky, uh, at least according to their system, it's like hitting daily loss limit, and it locks out the account. Every time I took a payout, they have it marked as I actually lost money in the account, and that with the combination of my daily loss limit, I think I had like a $600 daily loss limit. Obviously, I'm taking out more than $600, so uh, it locks the account out, and then I have to message them and say, "Hey, the account's locked," and they literally dragged their feet as the markets was moving 10 million miles per hour, and I just went on tilt because I just felt like I was just missing the move because I was. And because of that, I just blew through so many evals. I spent so much money that I did not intend to spend. And that that week has really opened my eyes. I'm gonna just say that, to how dangerous being on tilt can be. So because of that, I gave myself a $500 prop firm account limit. I can spend no more than $500. No more gambling. No more blowing these accounts up because they're cheap. Um, I only have $500 to spend per month on these prop firms. And if I blow all my accounts, then I'm gonna have to trade in this soon. I even bought some top step accounts. That's how I know I was on tilt. I bought top step accounts and I don't even like them because they're too expensive compared to what's available now. So I know I was on tilt. And so I was considering looking at CL, but then as I was kind of looking over CL over the weekend, CL moves too slow for me. She's too slow. She's just too slow. Right now, gold is moving at a pace that I can deal with. But for CL to take several hours, it just seems like this move right here would have been an hour. This retracement would have been 45 minutes to an hour. She just moves too slow. And I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. So again, she just can't stay on my charts. So, I mean, that's going to probably be the last time I look at CL. I don't like her anymore. We've been through so much together. It's just that I don't like her anymore. All right, so let's see if we can get that first target hit. I mean, honestly, in a situation like this, I can actually reduce my risk on this. At least, honestly, I should, but I'm not going to. But uh, with this double top rejection on gold, it taking out this high would mean that that would be a breaker structure, and then that means that the market will be trading in that direction. Yeah, probably. I mean, from now on, it's probably, yeah, because I don't necessarily want to do that. It's just too much. 720. Okay. So it looks like we got that break on the Nasdaq. Hmm. Yeah, Think Fast and Slow is definitely a good book in my opinion. But I read it when it first came out. I haven't read it recently. I'm probably going to revisit that book probably soon. It'll probably be my next book next week to revisit. I found out about that book because Jordan Peterson. So when I looked through Audible and it just, well, at the time I didn't know who Jordan Peterson was, and whatever book he came out with at the time, he was recommended, so I just listened to it, and then he referenced that book in his book, and that's how I found out about that book and read it. But Jordan Peterson reminds me of what's his face, um, Ben Shapiro. They speak they speak similarly. Like they speak fast and then they'll speak over you, and then they just overwhelm you with how fast they're speaking. They have very similar speaking styles, in my opinion. Mm. He said, "What's up, Santiago?" He says, "You got a level at 21,258." Honestly, uh, that was May 15th. May 15th was Thursday, or was that Friday? Whichever day May 15th was, that's a value area low. So on that day, that was a value area low. Yeah, that was Thursday. So when it comes to value area lows and highs on the Nasdaq, I tend to ignore them, and I have to remember that I should only ignore these on the Nasdaq and not something like ES and gold, because I'm still kind of detoxing from the Nasdaq, but the value areas are they're more reliable on gold, ES, CL. The Nasdaq not so much. I mean, you may get it a situation where it does reject and it does bounce at this level, but I wouldn't bet. I wouldn't full port a value area high or low as a low probability trade. But in my opinion, but like I said, I think we see a big drop tonight. If we don't see a big drop tonight, I do think that the market is trying to come back down here and rebalance this auction and potentially fill this gap. The levels that I'm looking for on the Nasdaq, And let me just see if I can, if I still got it written down, because usually I write down the levels that I'm looking at. So I'm looking at 21, potentially 2150, potentially 2150, 2140, 175. Yeah, I'm looking at 2150 potentially for the market to come. You could potentially see a reaction there. 2150, 2140, one of those. And I don't remember why I've written that down. 2150, 21, 21, 21. Yeah, because we got this range right here. You got like 2170, 2115. We got this range right here. Where is it at? 2150. It's like 2140, 2160, I guess. I think oh yeah, that's probably why. It was probably the middle of this range. I was like, why did I do that? Yeah, 2140, 2160. So I probably was like looking at the middle of this range. So all right, so this is what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens if price gets back into that area right there. Because we already got price breaking that structure. We got another structure at 190. We could see a bounce at maybe 170, 175-ish, 175 to 150. So I'll probably mark another one right there. 175 to about 150. And we'll see if we get like a bounce right there. You can see that little range right there. So we'll see if the market reacts there. I mean, shit, we're almost there. So I guess we'll see tomorrow. I think gold is gonna push probably. I mean, it might. It might push. I mean, it does look like it does want to fall down. It could. But I will say that I don't like the fact that it's just hanging out here. It'll be nice if this thing drops. You said 237. 237. Yeah, like I said, I think we see a flush here. That's this hourly candle is super bearish. It is super bearish. I wouldn't even look for it long. We have a big red bearish engulfing candle. We have a candle opening near the lows and closing lower. We have a follow-up candle opening towards the lows, closing lower. And then we got a follow-up candle opening towards the lows, closing lower. I wouldn't short this. I wouldn't short it. Or I'm sorry, I wouldn't try to long it. Trying to look for a long entry. Yeah. All right. Oof. All right. Let me look at this. Let me look at it one more time. Yeah, I might be on the wrong side of this. I may be on the wrong side. I may be on the wrong side of this. Because it looks like the Bulls want to. It looks like the Bulls want to. $25, 1. Actually, you know what? No, I think we can at least get the first target hit. I think we can at least get the first one hit. Yeah, that's probably where. Yeah, that's probably what it would do. It looks like gold is being a senior citizen now. Okay. You said gold is choppy. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know what the heck happened. Why it stopped moving? I guess it is 10:30. Obviously, I mean, you don't need me to tell you this, but the best time to trade gold is around 8 o'clock. Actually, on both 8 o'clock at night and 8 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Excuse me, I apologize. Yeah. Yeah. Like as I look at the Nasdaq, yeah, I'm gonna look at 175. I want to see what it does around 175. 175 on the Nasdaq. Right where this range is right here. I'm looking at a higher time frame. And that's something else that I'm gonna start doing now is the higher time frame part is I don't necessarily use higher time frames. The highest I'll go is probably about hourly maybe, but probably start using a higher time frame. Just for the direction. I'm not going to do any chart work on it, just for the direction. Because the NASDAQ can definitely be tricky. And I've already deleted the ES off my chart. She's gone forever. She's gone forever. I choose not to trade the ES. I choose not to trade her. I mean, the only reliable strategy that I've found on the ES is literally just trading the edges. I think that's why instinctively I just wait on the ES because you have to. You really can't trade the middle and you can't trade obviously the top. You have to literally trade only the edges on the ES to get a decent move because 15 points, 10 points is only a $500 move on one contract. I think for $1,500 on one contract, you need like 30 points. Yeah, you need like 30 points if you want to just trade with one contract on the ES and try to make as much money as possible. 30 points. And we all know that shit, that's a grand slam trade on the ES. That's a grand slam. And she don't just shoot out 30 points. You know you're going to have to eat a lot of retracement before she touches 30 points. Yeah, what's up, sis? What's up? Trader Golded, you said you said what? Put a short at the orange line, double bottom. You talking about right here? This value area low right here? We'll see what happens. But yeah, we definitely got a break. We got a break of that is a break of the value area low. But like I said, I don't trust breaks on the Nasdaq. I don't trust these types of breaks on the Nasdaq. ES gold, I would be shorting the retest for sure. On the Nasdaq, that's a quick way to lose your money. That's a quick way to lose your money. Trying to reshort double bottoms or breaks of structure on the Nasdaq. It's a quick way to lose your money. She just tends to not, for whatever reason, she breaks, she pulls back. You get a small little rejection, but 9 times out of 10, you're losing money on that retest. 9 times out of 10, you're losing money on that retest. So I try not to even take trades like that on the Nasdaq. That's too low. That's a good example right here. Break. And all the bears that try to short that retest got super clapped. I would never recommend anybody to do that on the Nasdaq. It looks like our gold play is working out. I should get this first target hit. I mean, at this point, gold is about to break structure right here. Gold is about to break structure. And it seems like so I used to thought that gold was a bull market, but I'm starting to think that gold is not a bull market at all. This thing is more of a bear market than anything. This thing is shorting. Like every time the bears have an opportunity to short this market, they take it. I don't know if it's because of now that a lot of the uncertainty is going away, maybe people are just slowly just selling out of their gold positions. Because this is very similar to how Bitcoin trades. It has these big, super hype pumps, and then it just trends down. And I mean, as you can see, we had this big drop. They bought it right back up, and then they're dropping it again. Oh, scalping? Yeah. Mm, I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. Yo, gold is playing with my feelings right now. Uh, gold is definitely playing with my feelings right now. I know that as soon as I get this breaker structure right here, I should get that flush. But gold is definitely playing with my feelings right now. The only the only reason why I'm kind of 50-50 on this trade right now is because I was actually looking for the market to do this right here at this level. But I mean, I'm not going to complain. They sold it and they're selling it. So it did work out in my favor, or is working out in my favor. I haven't gotten any of my targets hit yet. But the bulls did come back and retest this, and then we got this big push higher. So I mean, I don't know. We caught the long, and now we're catching the short. All right, break that structure right there, gold. Break it. And yeah, traded gold. My bad. Yeah, I don't scalp. I'm not a scalper. Honestly, I hate it. I hate scalping. It teaches. It's a constant dopamine hit. It's constantly hitting that dopamine, at least for me, and I don't like it. It builds a bad habit of me not looking at the overall picture, and yeah, I hate it. So I try not to even look for scalp trades, and I may not even look for counter trend trades at all. I might just, like I said, just wait for the retest. If I can catch, so if I can catch the reversal, I'll trade it, but I'm not looking for it anymore. What I'm looking for is the retest trade because, as I said over the weekend, patience pays. Looking for that retest of breaks of structure. And we caught this easy move up. And this could have been my only trade for the night. And that was a super winner. And now we're catching this short, which again is just a super winner, just waiting for price to retest areas where they've already confirmed that they dropped it. I mean, the reason why I took this is because of this leg right here, and then it came back and sold, and I just literally just waited for the retest. And even though this trade took a lot longer than I would have liked it to take it, I mean, it was two easy trades back to back, just waiting for the retest. Wasn't too stressed out about it. And so now I'm about to get this target hit, and I got my other account running off stream, and that's about to hit this target too. Yeah. Yeah, I hate scalping, man. I got in too much trouble scalping. And especially with the size that I like to trade. Yeah. One loss will send me for real. One loss will probably be like $1,200, $2,200, $2,500. Yeah, no. I try to stick to one. Um, what is it? It was like what? 2R trades, 1 to 2 R's. Risk to reward. Anyway, I 1 to 2. I like to risk. Like if I'm trading my smaller, if I'm trading my smaller accounts with, actually this is a 1 to 2 too. If I lose 14, all right, anyone. I win. I think $1,400 in this trade. All right, so I got that target hit. All right, cool. I'm gonna lock this account out. I'm gonna lock this thing out because I'm locking it out. I'm just gonna lock in that win. All right, lock that win in. All right, now, those are two great trades, man. Two great trades, and of course it has to. Of course. But honestly, another thing that I really enjoy about gold is, man, she takes these breaks of structure seriously, man. She takes these things seriously. I could add to this. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to add to it. But that's definitely a break of structure, and it's highly likely that we see bears selling the retest. Bulls that have not taken this loss, now they're hoping, they're wishing that price comes back and give them at least their break even or somewhere close. And so usually on stuff like gold, ES, CL, anything that trades technically, that whole adage of trade where their pain is, oh yeah, you see break of structure, they're hurting right now, and they're gonna want out of that position as clean as possible, as clean as possible. Okay, but all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. We made it to 10:30. We got a bulk of this out. I mean, we made $2,500 tonight trading the almighty gold. The senior citizen Nasdaq, I mean, she's just been grinding down. Like I said, I'm looking for 175. If you see a break at 175, 150, then I'm going to be looking for around like 2050, 2040. Somewhere in these two ranges is where I believe that the market is going to react on the Nasdaq. So I'll definitely be looking out for that as we go into tomorrow's morning stream. And yeah, I think I just got that target hit. Yep. So I got my runners hit. Great trade. Great fucking trade. But all right, everybody, that's it for me tonight. Hopefully y'all was able to make some money with me. And yeah. Actually, let me look at this before. Let me look at this real quick. Okay. All right. All right, guys, that's it. We'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll look for more ways to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.